Hello everyone, is anyone there yet today? Hope you are well. Welcome back to Fight Right's weekly isolation stage combat classes. Today we are going to be looking at drills for knife. I've got a training knife here. There's many different ones you can get training knives. If you don't have a training knife, you can use another implement. I hope I don't have to say this, but I'm going to anyway. If you're practicing knife drills, please do not use a normal knife. You're going to injure yourself. Use a blunted instrument, whether that be a training knife like this, or whether it be a wooden spoon. I use wooden spoons every week as an example. Or whether it be even a little piece of dowel rod or something, but obviously do not use an actual knife when practicing these techniques. Now we're about to start a Zoom chat as well, a Zoom meeting. If you would like to join the class via Zoom, we have apprentices there taking part in the Zoom class, and they'll be able to give you feedback and help. If you go onto the Fight Right page, which you should already be on if you're watching this live, there is a link to the Zoom meeting. If you click on that now, you'll get put in a queue, and in about 1 minute, 2 minutes time, I'll be starting that Zoom meeting, and you'll be able to join and get feedback from some of our wonderful apprentices at the APC. So just to recap, just before we get started, it's knife drill today. This is a training knife. You can get these training knives from Blitz Sport. In fact, everything that I've been doing up till now, you can get training weapons from Blitz Sport. They're a martial arts supplier. You can get quarterstaff, which we did 2 weeks ago. You can get a screamer sticks, which we did last week, and you can get these training knives as well. Highly recommended. They're one of the industry's biggest suppliers. So that's Blitz Sport. You can just log on, go online, order what you want, and they deliver it for you all over the UK. So I'm going to start the Zoom meeting now. So if you want to, if you don't want to join it straight away, that is fine. But you can join at any point throughout this class, or next week come back and join via Zoom instead if you want to. Just give me a second whilst I start this up. Anyone coming on Zoom today, I wonder? 1 second. Important training implement, the cup of coffee. Keeps you alert, keeps you ready. Okay, so Zoom has started. Martin, you are admitted. So Martin is here. We've got one of our apprentices online already. Please come along, join in. And we've also got Phil, another apprentice. In fact, we've got a few apprentices now. Let's see the waiting room. Hi, Martin. Hi, Phil. Hi, Emily. I think we should all be there now. Marina, you are on as well. Phil, Gwill, Marina, Martin, Gwill, Emily. Where's Emily? I thought Emily joined. She's not there.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Phil. Oh. Right.
Hang on. Problems.
Oh, Marina's got problems. There's nothing new there.
Thank you.
So we'll be starting in just a second. If you're live on Facebook, hello, welcome. We're doing training knives today. We're doing drills with the knife. Please don't use a sharp implement. Use something that is blunt. Ah, Emily's in. Hello, Emily. Jill is in, I think. Hello, Jill. Fantastic. We've got a nice full room as usual. Marina is... I've got a camera on, but it's just pointing at something red.
Is that a wall?
It's possibly a wall. We'll get started as soon as Marina's joined. Hello, Imogen. Nice to see you. Who else have we got? Nathan. Lovely to see you, Nathan. Eddie, hello. Raw. Long time no see. Lovely to see all these people joining us on Facebook Live. Right, we're going to get started. The Zoom has only got 40 minutes on the Zoom. Hello, Morgan, how are you doing? Marina is talking. So those of you on Facebook, if you hear lots of chatter below you, it's because I've got the two cameras next to each other. Marina talks a lot, so it's probably her you can hear. Right, let's get started. The training knife. We're going to go through a lot of basic drills today. I'm going to go through these relatively quickly because there's a lot to go through. Anything you're unsure of, as usual, once the class is finished, you can rewind and you can go through all of the stuff at your own pace. Our Marina's got a little dog joining in the class, okay? Don't recommend having live pets during weapons training, but whatever takes your fancy. Okay, right, let's get started. The knife. First of all, the grip of the knife. Different methods, different teachers will teach you slightly different things. This is how I do it. This is what I'm going to show you today. So, the knife. This is a single-edged knife. You can see the edge here is the cutting part of the knife. This is a blunt part of the knife. To grip it, I'm going to put my thumb to the left, my forefinger to the right, and then I'd have a loose grip around the rest. The cutting edge is at front. Okay, so there's the cutting edge. My thumb is to the left of the blade, my forefinger is to the right. This is your standard grip. Okay, we've got two main grips we're going to be looking at. The standard grip and the military grip. Okay, the military grip is when the blade is coming out of the pinky finger. Hello, Robert. Nice to see you. The blade is coming out of the pinky finger side, facing your assailant. Thumb on top, because when you hit bone, you don't want the knife being flown out of your hand. That is our military grip. So, how do you get from standard grip to military grip? Okay, so what we're going to do is we have our grip here. Our middle finger is relatively low down on the handles, about halfway. The bigger the knife and the smaller the hand, you have to move it down further. These fit my hand quite nicely. I'm going to bring my thumb so it's opposite my middle finger. I then let momentum drop the blade down. Now, if I were to pick...
Can you move your in?
Yep. Hello, Jill.
See it at all.
We can't see the knife.
Oh, you can't see the knife. Sorry. Here we go.
I can see your wrist.
There it is.
Here we are. Sorry. There we go. So, I'll recap. So I'm here. I've dragged my thumb to the middle of the blade so it's opposite my middle finger. And we let momentum just drop the blade down. I then go to pick it up. If I pick it up from here, you'll notice that the cutting edge of the blade is facing me. I want the cutting edge to be facing my assailant, okay? So at this point, I'm going to pull my thumb back, push my middle finger forward, which turns the blade. So you can see now the front of the blade, the cutting edge of the blade, is turning to the front. I'm going to now pick the blade up with my thumb on top, lowering my hand, and so now the cutting edge is facing my assailant. Okay? So we do that again from our standard grip here. Bring the thumb down. Let gravity do its work. Push and pull with the thumb and the forefinger so the blade turns. Thumb on top. I'm now in my military grip or reverse grip. Okay? To go from your military grip to your standard grip, I'm going to drop my thumb. What was that?
Marina's trying to kill her.
I'm going to drop my thumb to the inside. So again, it's opposite my middle finger. I'm going to twist it, unraveling it. I can then give it a little flick and it comes up. I grab it into my standard grip with my cutting edge, true edge, whatever you want to call it. Again, in the right position. So, standard grip. Drop and twist. Lowering it down to military. Drop the thumb on the inside, unravel, flick into your standard grip. Now that's breaking the technique down. That's breaking the technique down quite a lot. When you do it at speed, I'm trying to make sure I've got both cameras working right here. I'm just going to lower that slightly. Okay, when you do it at speed, it just switches from here to here, to here, to here, okay? But when I'm doing that, I'm going through all of these phases. Here, here. So that's our switching grip. That's going from your standard to your military. Okay? If you want to practice that, at the end of this video, like I say, rewind. You can go through that. What I'm going to do now is just go... Oh, sorry. Switching. Okay. Before I go on to drills. Switching from right hand to left hand. What a lot of people tend to do, especially on stage, because I think it looks good, is they'll throw the knife from one hand to the other, thinking, don't I look cool? The problem with that is when you're distracted, or if this is a real fight and I was to get kicked, as I go to catch it, I miss it, I look a fool on stage, okay, or on screen. You don't want to be dropping the knife. Never let go of the knife. We're going to switch from left to right or right to left. What I'm going to do is I'm using the V part of the hand, which doesn't have the weapon in it. If your knife has a little guard across here, this does help. If it doesn't, don't worry too much about it. I'm going to place the V into this area here. To do that, I'm hitting my own hand first, and then I'm sliding up. As it slides up, I can take the blade into the opposite hand. Again, now with my right, with the V, hits my own hand, slides forward, and I switch hands. The reason I hit my own hand is naturally I know where that hand is. If I was to close my eyes and touch my own hand, I know where my hand is. I haven't got to search for it. If I try and guess where the blade is, as I come down to grab it, I might grab it in the wrong part. I may miss it completely. So you hit your own hand, slide it through. Hit your own hand, slide it through. That's going from standard to standard. Now, if I want to switch going into military, instead of using the V, I'm going to use the blade of the hand, which is this area here. I'm going to slap my own hand again with my pinky towards the knife. I can then slide it down, taking the knife here into military grip. If I then want to pick it up in my right hand standard, using the V, hit my own hand, slide it through. Blade of the hand, slide it through. If I want to go to military in the other hand, again, hit with the blade, slide it through. Hit with the blade, slide it through. Okay, so you can switch from your standard to your military as quick as you want. Okay, but never throw the blade. You will drop it at some point, and you don't want to do that. So there should always be a pickup. Contact, slide. Contact, slide. Blade of the hand, slide. Okay, that's switching from left to right. Again, I'm going to move through these relatively quickly today because we've got quite a lot to cover and a short time to do it in. Hello, Duncan. Nice to see you once again. Okay, so we're going to go through our drills now. The drills this week are quite similar to what we did last week with the eskrima stick. There are different numbering systems depending on what method you're following. In stage combat, quite often we talk about diagonal attacks coming from top left to bottom right, top right to bottom left, horizontal forehand to cross, horizontal cross to forehand on the throat, and then we talk about it on the belly, and then we talk on the diagonal coming up in the opposite directions to what we've done before. What we're going to do today is we're going to look at the Filipino Kali numbering system. So the strikes here, the 1 and the 2 are coming diagonally down, so it's cutting across this area here. So our number 1 is coming from an open position, striking straight down, coming across the throat line, and it then comes up and cuts down on the opposite. So we have a number 1 and we have a number 2. Okay, 1, 2. Again, people will argue different things in regards to distancing about making these attacks big or making these attacks small. Neither is right or wrong. Well, both are right, neither are wrong. Okay, if your assailant is further away, of course you're going to make this big, you're going to be reaching out. If your assailant is close to you, you're going to make it smaller. Your left hand stays in this central position here. So once I've done this attack, I can make sure my opponent stays away from me so I can come in for a second attack. If I don't and they come in, I'm going to lose control of the knife and I'm not going to be able to come in with a secondary attack. So this hand here is to help keep distance. I also keep it central because if I have it out to the side as I cut, I could end up cutting myself, which of course we don't want. Okay, so hand is in. We're cutting out for our 1 and we're cutting out for our 2. I don't mind whether you make this big or whether you make this small. So let's just do a few of these. 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2. So we're cutting down for the neck. We're cutting down for the neck. Normally it would be a bigger attack. It would be this diagonal here. If you can see this on the camera, if that works. We're taking it slightly narrower, so it's coming just across the throat line. So it's coming 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Again, with stage combat, we have certain techniques. These lessons are more about drills, just to get you practicing and understanding the movement. So just be careful when practicing this, that it's not always necessarily true to stage combat. It's not necessarily true to the martial form as well. It's a bit of an amalgamation, but we're just trying to make it work and give you practicing techniques to be using over this isolation period. So here, we've got our 1 and we've got our 2. Okay, so 10 seconds. Just practicing these attacks. Whether they're fast or slow, doesn't matter. 5 seconds. 2, 1. Okay, there we go. So that's our number 1 and our number 2. Our number 3 and 4 is going horizontal. Now the difference here is this horizontal can be for any attack. Naturally, I'm cutting at the waistline here. If I want to take it higher, I can come for the throat, or I can take it low, cutting in for the Achilles, cutting in for the back of the knee, wherever it may be. The same thing applies though. It's open to cross, which is your 3, cross to open, which is your 4. 3, 4, 3, 4. So let's do a few of those. 3, 4. Nice and easy, this technique. It's simply slashing the knife across. 5 more seconds. Here we go. Okay, 10 seconds going. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everyone together. Good. 5 more seconds. 1 more tack. Here we go. Our 5 and our 6. Our 5 and our 6 is cutting up on the diagonal, this time coming from the hip up to the shoulder. This is more like the stuff we would have done in stage combat before, anyone that's worked with me, okay? So it's coming up on the diagonal, coming up on the opposite diagonal. This is our 5, this is our 6. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 10 seconds. Let's just do that as fast as you feel comfortable. Last time. Okay, we've got 2 more to look at, our 7 and our 8. Finish with my knife up here on the 6. Our 7 or 8 are cutting vertically. My 7 is to this side, so when I'm drilling this, my hand is on the wrong side. So as I take it over, I'm going to pass it down. This isn't the cut. I'm resetting using the momentum of this movement. It cuts down on the vertical. I'll be aiming, I hope this works, I'll be aiming for this soft tissue here. It cuts down, round, and as it comes round, I turn my wrist so the blade is pointing towards the assailant. So as I'm here, it comes vertical, out, vertical, out. Okay, so I finished here on the 6. The knife comes across my body, lowering. I cut down the soft tissue, turning the knife blade so it's pointing forward. Everyone on Zoom looks good. Good, nice one, Morgan. Well done, Marina, well done, Jill. Okay, this is our number 7. Our number 8, again, we're going to take it across the body, lowering it down to get the momentum, lifting the blade, cutting straight down, and have the knife pointing at the end of it. So we're here. So we have 7, 8. Again, comes across, 7, 8. So when you put that all together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's like you're doing 2 turns. We had a discussion with the apprentices earlier today about this. The 7 and the 8, it's like you're doing a little windmill. There's 2 circles each side, and that's to get the momentum. Because if I was here, just coming for this first cut down, I don't have the power behind it, and it's also crossing my body at the same time. So I'm coming down here, so the cut is happening here, and then it's happening here. So that first movement down isn't the cut, it's the second movement down that the cut actually happens. Okay? 10 seconds going through all 8. In your own time, you can go as quick or as slow as you want. Okay, once more.
Show us number 8.
Number 8. Okay, so we're here. We bring it across. We're cutting down. And then we're having it in front of us. So we're here in our 7. comes across, lifting up. Here's the cut, and then I'm back to a neutral. Don't have the knife too far back at the end of it. Keep it in front of you. This keeps your assailant at bay. It keeps them moving back. Mike, you're watching on Facebook. Mike is our apprentice from across the water in the States. Join us. Go on to Mike. If you, oh, you're in the waiting room, are you? How do I do this? Participants. Mike. Fantastic. We've nearly got a full amount of... Mike, lovely to see you. How are you doing?
I'm in the waiting room, are you? How do I do this?
Well, I'm good now.
Fantastic. Right. Sorry, everyone on Facebook, you can't see this screen. You're missing out here. We've got Mike Matson joining us all the way from across the water in the States. Lovely to see you, Mike. Thank you for joining us. We've just been going through some technique. I'm sure you will catch up. No problem. Right. Okay, so let's just go through 1 to 8 very quickly. This is our basic drill of 1 to 8. We've got 3 variations of this to do as well. I'm just keeping a close eye on the time because the Zoom account is only on for 40 minutes. So I will speed up at some point. Okay, so here we go. We've got our 1, which is diagonal coming across the throat. 2 coming in on the opposite here. 3 coming vertically across. 4 coming, horizontally back. 5 on the diagonal coming up. 6 on the diagonal coming up. 7 we wind up for the cuts coming vertically down, ending here. And then the 8 comes this side vertically down. I'm just going to do the 7 and the 8 again because that is a confusing one. I want to make sure you've got it. So I finished on the 6, it can be up here. I'm taking my hand across and low. It's going to come up, so I'm ready to cut vertically down. As it cuts straight down the target, I switch the blade so the point is coming out to my assailant. Okay? Then I'm going to lower, bringing the blade up, vertical cut straight down with the point coming out afterwards. Are we all good with that on Zoom? Give us a thumbs up. You all good on Facebook? Give us a thumbs up if you can. Right, okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to here, 8 to here. Fantastic. Once more, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's our basic drill, okay? So go through those 8 moves. That just gets those movements into your body. Like I say, we've got 3 more variations of that. We'll definitely get through these 3 variations, and if that's all you get this week, then next week I'll carry on with some of the other drills that we've got with knife. We make it a 2-parter, this one. Okay, so we've got our basic. This time, we're going to stay in our standard grip, but we're going to do with stabs. The points are the same, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they stay the same, but we're starting off with the stab, okay? So the 1 is coming in on a standard strike, on a standard grip, sorry. The 1 is coming into here. Now, if you just touch here, you'll notice we've got the bone here. So if I was to stab in, my knife becomes trapped. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to twist the blade and I'm going to use the bone. So if you imagine my finger is the collarbone, I'm going to twist the blade so I can then use this as leverage to bring it down and turn it into a cut. So we're coming for the strike, which is the stab. So that'll be coming into here. And I'm then going to use that bone to turn the blade, use it as leverage to bring the knife down, slicing down through the 1. So for these 8 moves, it now becomes a stab followed by a cut. So we have 1, which is the stab, we turn and we cut. The 2 is coming into here. So there's a bit of a twist of the arm, and we're going to turn and we're going to cut. Fantastic. Looking on Zoom here again, Facebook people, you're missing out. Join us on Zoom next week because we've got Marina and Morgan, and Marina is Morgan's mum, and she is using Morgan to know and to fully understand where the knife should go, which is lovely to watch. Okay, so our number one is 1, coming in, we turn, pull through. 2, so it's coming into here, turn and pull through. 3 is coming for the kidneys, so I'm reaching around, so it's coming around here, I'm reaching in, aiming for the kidneys. I'm then going to rip, and this will come in tight and quite nasty here, and we're literally going to rip through the stomach lining. So it comes around the back, I'm turning and I'm pulling through. Remember, this is a single-edged blade, so if I'm coming into here and I try and pull through without the turn, it's not going to move anywhere. So it comes in, I twist the blade so the cutting edge is facing the front, and then I'm ripping through that tissue. Okay, your 4, it sounds quite gruesome, doesn't it? The 4, it's coming back in the same way. I'm turning and I'm ripping through. So we have 1, twist, pull through. 2, twist, pull through. 3, twist, pull through. 4, twist, pull through. 5, it's coming up on the diagonal, so we're aiming to get into here. So it's coming up to here, again on a stab, turning the blade, diagonal cut up. Dropping the blade, coming in the diagonal on the opposite way, so again it's coming underneath the rib cage, piercing the lung potentially, turning, pulling through. Okay, so again, each of these, it's a stabbing motion followed by a cut, a twist and a cut. 1, turn, cut. 2, turn, cut. 3, turn, cut. 4, turn, cut. 5, turn, cut. 6, turn, cut. 7, it's coming straight down, so I'm lifting my arm high. 7, it's coming into this soft tissue here. I'm going to turn it, cutting down, so again it finishes by that cut down, pointing back to the assailant. So that's my 7, and my 8, I'm going to bring it this way, straight down, turn, cut down. Okay, I'll do the 7 and the 8 once more. Okay, so we've finished in our 6, which is up here. 7, I stab through, so I've gone across my body, turning the blade, so I've brought my elbow down, that's it, cutting straight down to finish off here. This isn't an attack, this is just pointing the blade at them. Going to bring my arm down to the opposite side, high attack, coming straight down, turn, slice down. Okay, everyone good on Zoom?
Yes.
Yep, fantastic. Everyone good on Facebook? Give us a thumbs up, give us a wave. Got a few of you watching. So let's go through our standard 1 to 8 and then our 1 to 8 with the additional stabs. So standard 1 to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Comes down here. 7, 8. We do that once more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Coming down and across. 7 points. Down and across. 8. Keep the blade out. Now with the stab. So it's a stab, then pull through. So we have 1, twist, pull through. 2, twist, pull through. 3, twist, pull through. 4, twist, pull through. 5, twist, pull through. 6, twist, pull through. 7, twist, pull through. Coming round. Oh, sorry, went for a cut then. 8, twist, pull through. Let's do that once more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, forgot the stab, sorry. 8. Here we go. Yeah. Okay, so let me do the 7 and the 8 once more. So I'll come across, straight in, turn, pull down, point it out, come down. Don't forget the stab, which I keep on forgetting. Twist, pull down. Okay, so there are 2 standard grip drills for you to work at for the time being. We're now going to move on to reverse. So going from our standard to our reverse or our military grip, thumb on top, blade pointing to your assailant. The first 8 moves, the first drill, hello Casper. Oh, we've got a nice foreign contingency joining us today. We've got the States, we've got Casper from out in Sweden. Lovely to see you. Sweden? Copenhagen. There we go. Sorry, Casper. My apologies. Okay, so we're going to do our military grip, 8 attacks. So we're here. We're doing our same numbering. So our 1 comes across this way. Again, coming down the throat line. So we have 1. We're going to turn. 2. Feels slightly awkward, but when you put momentum behind it, it works. 3. Cutting across. 4. Cutting across again. 5. Coming up on the diagonal. Drop it for 6. Coming up to here. 7. We're going to come straight down this time. So it comes down the line to here. 8. We're going to bring up, coming down the line to here. Okay? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Mr. McCurdy, nice to see you. No pressure here. 5, 6, 7. Oh, sorry, my bad. I'm coming across here. 8. Okay, sorry, Mr. McCurdy, Kev McCurdy, for those of you that don't know. Yes, my leader is here. Kev was my master when I was training. He's the chairman of the APC. He's watching us live on Facebook. I'm really feeling the pressure now. Nice to see you, Kev. Give me a thumbs up. Okay, so let's do these numberings again.
Can you do 8 again?
Who was that?
Can you do 8 again?
Yeah, I'll do.
I'm not
yeah.
sure where my arm's supposed to be.
That's okay. So from our 7, we come across here. We're coming down on this line. Remember, aiming for the soft tissue. It's on the vertical. So it's coming down. This is the 7 to here. Okay, so we're finishing in the same position. Our 8 is going to come across. We're going down first. It's coming up. Our elbow is out. The blade is pointing up. It's cutting down on that vertical. I'm then just bringing it across my body just to help with the momentum. So it's coming down here to here. Yeah? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, coming down, 8. Or take it to there. I don't mind which. It's whatever helps with that flow of the movement. Nice one, Kev. Making me feel even better. Brilliant. Okay, so there are 3 forms. So let's go back. Oh, we've got 10 minutes left on Zoom. So we're nearly there, guys. I've just had a nice little message from Zoom saying I'm running out of time. So our first drill, standard grip, everybody. 1 to 8. Coming down the diagonal with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take it down and across. 7. Down and across. 8. We're then going for the stab, 1 to 8. So it comes in on our 1. 1, twist, pull through. 2, twist, pull through. 3, twist, pull through. 4, twist, pull through. 5, twist, pull through. 6, twist, pull through. Coming in for our 7 here. Oh, sorry. 7, twist, pull through. Coming into the opposite side. 8, twist, pull through. Then we're into our reverse grip. We have 1. So we're in our military here. 1, coming for the throat again. 2, 3, 4. Coming on the diagonal. 5, 6. Coming nice and high. 7. Bringing it through. 8. Okay. We all good with those drills? Everyone on Zoom? We happy?
Yes.
Yeah, brilliant. Last drill of the day. We're still sticking to the 8. We do our blocks and our variations next week. The last drill of the day is still in military grip. And we're going to put a stab to this. Now, different to the first one in standard grip, the stab happens at the end, not at the start. And it happens in 2 places. It's here and here each time. So it doesn't matter which cut you have done. It's coming into the neck or into the throat or just into the collarbone area after each one. So with our 1, we start off exactly the same. The cut comes through on the diagonal. I bring it up, stab in. So it's an in, out. You never want to leave your knife in there. There's no point, okay? In and out, okay? A 1 comes 1, in and out. We're then going to go for our 2. Comes across here, in and out. Then drop into our 3. So it comes across here, finishing with a kidney strike. Turn the hand for our 4. Same thing. 5 coming up. 6 coming up. 7, same thing, cutting down. Now this time, instead of stopping here, we're going to put that last little jab in there with the stab. Then 8, we're going to come round to here. Stab, coming round, we're going to cut, followed by stab. Okay, so once more. Hello, Mark. Wow, I'm getting all of the committee joining in now. Okay, so military grip. R1 first of all, so it comes down. 1, stab. 2, stab. 3, stab. 4 cut, stab. 5 cut, stab. 6 cut, stab. 7 cut, stab. 8 cut, stab. Okay, so there are 4 main drills with knife. We're going to go through them once more, and then that's going to be the end of this class. And next week I'll look at more drills that are just playing around with a different number in the different attacks. So once more from the top, everyone on Zoom ready to join in, giving the thumbs up on Facebook. Here we go. So in your own time, we're going to do our 1 standard grip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, dropping the knife. 7, dropping the knife. 8. Good. Now with the stabs in the standard grip, we have 1, turn the blade into the cut. 2, turn the blade into the cut. 3, turn into the cut. 4, turn into the cut. 5, turn into the cut. 6, turn into the cut. 7, turn into the cut. Coming round. 8, turn into the cut. Now into military grip. Our standard 8 with military grip is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and now with the stab at the end, we have our 1 followed by stab in and out. 2, stab in and out. 3, stab in and out, turn. 4, stab in and out. 5, stab in and out. Sorry, I went for the wrong attacks on the stab, I just realised. 6, stab in and out. 7, stab in and out, coming round to here. 8, stab in and out. So I went wrong on the 3 and the 4. Remember, the stabs are always up here. They're never on the target. So that 3 and the 4 should have been coming across here, stabbing to there, coming across here, stabbing into there. Just the pressure of 2 other members of the committee watching me here. It's getting way too much for me. Hi, Mark. Okay.
Being stabbed won't be too fussy. It's their neck or their kidneys. They'll be dead.
Well, exactly. Let's face it. It's fine either way. So, for those of you on Facebook, if you want to go through these again, I went through them relatively quickly. If you want to go through them, this will be posted on the Facebook page, so you can watch it, you can rewind, you can do it slower. try and work out what it is I'm saying, because sometimes I don't know myself. But remember, whenever you're training, train with a nice training blade or something that is blunted. Don't be silly. Don't go out and get something stupid that you're going to injure yourself with. These are great to train with. You can get rubber ones as well. These come from Blitz Sport. It sounds like I'm trying to get a sponsor today, doesn't it? Go to Blitz Sport, buy your training knives. Everything we've done up until this weapon here, you can get from Blitz. So the quarterstaff that we did 2 weeks ago, the screamer sticks that we did last week, the training knives this week. We'll probably revisit knife next week. Then the following week, we're going to go on to single sword. So there we go, something to look forward to. Everyone on Facebook, thank you for joining me. Please like the Facebook page. Please share it with people. Try and get as many people here next week. And for those of you that didn't come on Zoom, I've got my regular 3 students on Zoom. Love you all. Morgan and Marina are fighting yet again. Thank you very much for supporting. I'm going to say bye-bye to Facebook first of all, and then I'll just have a quick chat with my Zoom students. Thank you very much, and I will see you next week.